thinking
close
of
to that.
doing that. But instead I just made a sandwich. Cool, he's here.
Yay! Okay, we can just go ahead and get started with this cast.
Alright.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the After Hours Gaming League match between Groupon and Twitter. This is a continuation from Game 1, which happened earlier this week. Just to jump into the stats, we're going into Game 2 between MilkNCheese, representing Team Groupon, and TwttrSurreal, representing Twitter. We have a 50% win rate this season against Protoss as Terran, that's MilkNCheese, and 52% all-time. The map that they're playing today is Yensu, and he has a 50% win rate on that map. TwttrSurreal is a very stacked player. He's actually a diamond player compared to the silver player, which is MilkNCheese. He has a 77% win rate against Terran this season and 70% all-time. So he's definitely a Protoss that's taking advantage of maybe this sort of opinion that Protoss is OP in TVP as of right now in the meta. And he has a 100% win rate on Yensu, and that's not... I think that's... What was it? I think it was 8 games. I think it was a legit 8 games he didn't lose on. So that's pretty...
Did you know what he does? Is it like a blink all in?
No, I didn't lurk him in that as much as I should have. But again, you know, Groupon's been working really hard this season, stepping up their game, becoming better players. You know, they all work 9 to 5 jobs. They have families, so some of them have families. So I'm really happy with the effort that they've given, as well as their great sportsmanship on day of shows, and just they're happy to play, and it's really awesome. And Twitter has been a powerhouse this season against other teams. I have a friend that's actually on that team named Fap. Shout out to Fap, and he showed me some of his games, and they're absolutely they're very good games, like interesting to watch, very fun, high paced. So
I see.
I expect the same play today from Team Twitter, but my money is on Groupon, the underdog.
What is your... Let me copy the link real quick for these guys. I feel like I should... 2782, is that like... 27 is the day you were born and 82 is the year?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
It's just what I've always had.
I see.
Because there's some people that have emails from like the 90s that are my age. Are they all leaving? Is everyone leaving lobby? Oh, it's not GameHeart. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I think
Okay, I'm quitting too.
the GameHeart interface is way better.
It is. I think it independently exists as, I mean, you can use it, there's maps that just use it, but I think it's also an independent thing that you can download and add to a folder of interfaces. Is this correct?
Oh, I think, yeah, there's an interface folder and you can modify it and stuff.
Okay. Now that'd be pretty awesome. I do like the interface. I think what I mostly like about it is how all of the units and structures are modded in a way that just look sort of more dynamic, and it is a nice change.
I think that spire that we saw the other day that was like super gray,
Yeah.
that's part of the GameHeart. Like, I've never seen one of those.
That is really... I didn't get that. I thought it was a glitch, but... Oh, what are they saying? I don't know how to find GameHeart, dang it. Oh, custom games. No, arcade. Isn't it arcade? It has to be.
I don't know. I've never made one of these.
Oh, where's John when you need him?
I guess John's the one that does this.
He usually is.
It's taking forever to load. I hope my Dropbox hasn't opened again. Oh, right here. I think it's... Yeah, it has to be in the arcade.
I typed it twice and I didn't find it.
How do they do it? Because I've seen people They have like this list of maps, kind of like when you create a custom game.
And then you can drop it down to these different interfaces? It says like
Yeah.
CSL, it says other things.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay, downloading the map. This is taking a while. Cool.
He found it? Oh, great. Awesome.
You're downloading. You're almost there. Oh, you're in here.
Yeah.
Watching your stream and like the screen. What's
So
okay.
delayed.
It's like a custom game, right?
Yeah, GameHeart, I think, is a third-party developer that mods these maps and is just sort of like a brand of interface within this, as like a map maker, but the interface or the experience in general.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. It was explained.
Yep. I think that's what we know. It's a map maker. Do I need to do things to set the game? No, everything should be okay. Game privacy normal. Colored effects default. League AHGL. That's cool. And everything. I think that's fine. Huh. I guess day 9 has its own AHGL interface.
Well, most likely.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, GameHeart would want to have
Yeah.
that so they can, co-op brand themselves with a whole bunch of people, with a whole bunch of organizations.
Cool. Man, 20 viewers. Awesome.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
No way.
Yep.
20 viewers.
I think the most I've had is like 12. Some guy some guy was watching his friend play LOL, and then apparently I was like on the sidebar under like sponsored broadcasts, and he saw that I was online, and he clicked on mine.
It was probably
That's
an
cool.
algorithm that listens to your VOD and figures a percentage of how funny you are, and then by that determines that you should be a featured stream. It was hilarious. Oh my god.
It knows it's like, oh, that immortal kid is streaming now. We've been waiting for this shit for ages again.
Ages and ages. And here we go. The countdown is on. Here on Yensu, made by Dreamforge, a map maker who has since retired. It is a TVP. A TVP of Doom. Okay, so
Yeah.
this map is short rush distance, easy to cannon natural, but you're not going to cannon because it's Terran. But we're going to see the casual Reaper expand most likely. The Terran's going to be able to scout the Protoss to see what's up. But I have not. MilkNCheese doesn't go Reaper from what I remember.
I don't think he does. He goes Marine.
But in the
I don't-
bottom left-hand corner, we have that blue Protoss player. His name is TwttrSurreal.
Whoa. I really hope he typed all of that out. That would be awesome.
It doesn't look like he
And
did.
on the top right, we have our Groupon hero. It's MilkNCheese. I want to ask him.
I don't think you can. I don't think you're a referee.
Yeah, I'm not. Whatever. Maybe they'll know. He probably has it bound. That was pretty cool, though.
That was really cool.
I hope they all do that.
Well, the first guy didn't. We did the other day. And
That's right.
if you're watching now, Game 1 was actually played earlier this week. It was between Groupon's Method Missin and Twitter's... Do you remember the name?
Invictus.
Invictus. And within that game, it was on Alterzim Stronghold, which is a large 4-player map, arguably the worst map on the ladder pool. And it started out as just a gateway all-in that just kept continuing, and then he got High Templar and was able to outplay Method Missin in the realm of macro.
We have the probe. It's gonna be annoying.
And
And
he's
he's
pulling
pulling
two
two
SCVs. But
And
he's
he's
got to
not
start
building
building
his barracks.
He's got to build that
There we
barracks
go.
immediately.
And gateway coming down for Protoss. Probe doing some scouting. Probably gonna try to poke again.
But he does have 2 SCVs to stop this. However, I do believe it's too many. He only really needs to have 1, and that's a lot of minerals not being collected right now. And he will be taking that just to hurry up and wall it off. But still going to be annoying is that probe. We don't have a guess just yet, which indicates he's not going to be getting a Reaper or an early factory play. It just looks like sort of a standard gasless opening.
Seems like it. And 1 gas going down for Protoss. And he's gonna build his cyber core.
And you know, in TVP, I don't necessarily like it. Oh, a lot of SCVs not working right now at the front. I don't like this building placement in TVP. It's way too close to the side. The patch has come in that sight of the mothership core is decreased, correct?
That is correct. I think that's correct.
I think it went through. However, this is still in a position where blink stalkers, or just stalkers in general, can attack from the low ground and just really cause some pain and hurt against our Terran player.
We have a pylon going up on the left side of the map.
Ooh, what will it be? What kind of proxy? But we have 2 proxy racks?
This isn't really... That's interesting.
Double cheese. Well, not double cheese. This is standard from Protoss because they're just dirty. But this is Terran.
I don't even think this would be like proxy. It's not really that close. Well, he only sees 1 barracks, so it's a good idea. And then he's gonna have like 10 Marines against his 1 stalker.
Oh, we're having a Twilight Council. It does look like a blink all in. It doesn't. It might be.
I think DTs.
For real, because of the gas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's building another stalker, so he's probably gonna get blank. And stalker is moving out to check the tower. I don't think you can see that from the tower. Nope, he has not seen it. And another gateway, 2 gateways. That he's. Let's see what he builds. Is he gonna get blank? What is it gonna be? 150. Blink.
Okay, so it is blink.
And he's pulling the SCVs.
He's pulling SCVs, and it looks like he's doing just a Marine, a Raxall in right now. This
game is getting
awesome quickly. Yeah. Oh gosh, this is so cool.
Like breaking the cheese.
He just needs to move in right now, and he needs to be able to snipe that mothership core. How's the energy on the mothership core?
85, 86, 87. He's not gonna have the cannon for like 5 seconds.
Oh, and he's bunkering.
And the gate. Oh, he's putting a bunker. And
warp gate is finished at this moment, and luckily all of his tech's in another place.
And cannon goes down. So he's just gonna.
He needs to get out of there. He can't take this fight.
He's just gonna try to take
this fight.
But the bunker is not in range,
which is awesome. He needs to finish that bunker.
And the DT shrine going down now.
Oh my gosh! This is sick!
Go, keep building the bunker.
And he can't attack into it. Oh gosh. So MilkNCheese pushing this really early cheese aggression, and it's absolutely what he needs, but he needs the milk now. He needs to smooth it over and win, but I mean, really, he won't be able to stop DTs. He does have enough scans available, but where's the DT going to go? Is it going to go to his main? Is it going to try to attack him straight up?
I think it's going to try to go to his main, so...
Oh, and MilkNCheese is going to go back in now that the Photon Overcharge has depleted.
And he's got to snipe the pylon. If he snipes the pylon, he can. And DT's not warped in yet.
Whoa, there's one more warped in the main right now, and it's doing
work.
But he gets the scan!
And he's warping in another DT, like, under the scan.
But little does he know that he hasn't been dropping mules, so he has enough detection to stop this. I think.
Yeah.
He has taken this match.
Bring it with this cheese. Oh, and he's gonna get the second DT.
Oh my gosh!
And MilkNCheese. Seems like He did it. He brought the
did it. He
cheese.
brought the cheese. And MilkNCheese, Team Groupon takes this game 1 by proxy and pulling SCVs. Oh, against Blinkstock Island, and people are, and Terran whines about Blinkstock Islands. That's how you stop it. That's how you stop it right there. Ha!
Wow, that was great.
Oh, so sick. All right, so let's get back to the score screen. Round 2, Team 1. We have Groupon getting on the board. It's even right now, and the next match is between Sisk and Prodigcalson. Another PVT. Let's go ahead and jump into those stats. Sisk has been unranked for quite some time, as long as I've known him. 0% win rate this season, 0% all time, 0% on heavy rain. He's a Protoss player that definitely plays less standard than most players. He doesn't necessarily understand the meta, but he doesn't care. He wants to play how he wants to play, and maybe it will catch people off guard. Prodigcalson, however, is in a great position. He has 65% win rate this season against Protoss, which as Terran is a very hard thing to do. In TVP, it's somewhat a coin flip at certain levels. I'm not necessarily sure on his level, but he's been performing quite well with a 55% win rate all-time against Protoss and a 45% win rate on heavy rain. So he's familiar with the map, understands the meta, and we'll have to see what he does in this Game 3 to either get one up, or is he going to lose it?
Well, if he does the same thing that MilkNCheese did, I think Terran's gonna take it. And he did just point out that hashtag thanks Maru. I guess that's what Maru did when he was down one game. I think it was Classic who he was playing against.
The one we watched the other day, or one in general?
Yeah, I think it's how he got out of Group G.
Okay. No, that's pretty awesome. In general. And let me suggest you if you're not already suggested.
I've been suggested.
Yay!
That was quite an exciting game.
Oh wow, was it ever? I mean, his building position got me very, very concerned, because if Protoss sees that, they're gonna be like, okay, it's time to just make stalkers and snipe buildings and get Terran so behind or kill the crap out of them. But Terran was like, I'll just go ahead and do this.
And Sisk finally ranked.
Wow, he's ranked bronze. Good going. Maybe I can go ahead and look at his stuff real quick. His stats. But he does not exist in my realm? I don't get what that means.
It's because he's loading.
Okay.
Yeah, Sisk downloads map. And we'll just wait for Sisk.
The Sisk. What is a Sisk?
I don't know. Maybe? I think it might be the computer architecture. I thought that was with a C though. Let me see. Sisk versus Risk. Sisk with a C, yeah. Sisk and Risk.
And what does that mean?
So Sisk is complex instruction set computer, and Risk is reduced instruction set computer. It's so I think Risk only has move, push, pull. So the way it's basically assembly instructions, like the way the operating system. So everything interfaces with the hardware, just using like 4 basic commands, like you move this value into this buffer, you push this value here, and then complex probably has you know, instructions that are combined. So move and store would be one, where in Risk you would have to do push and then move to a different buffer.
Good to know.
Was your computer lesson. I think that's correct, if I remember my operating systems class. If not, somebody correct me on the chat. And we're waiting for Sisk to come in, and he probably disconnected.
I think he may have had to restart his client. Oh, never mind. No, HJ Kim, he's entering.
Interesting. Are we having like a random sub? No, that's.
No, he just came
Oh,
into the game and he was just put there.
wait, HJ Kim? Gold?
Yeah, dude.
He wasn't ranked last week either.
Wow. My graphics start. I should have looked again. But no, let's go ahead and no. I'll look at HJ Kim when it's time.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome that they finally got ranked.
Yeah, man.
Feeling
I don't understand. Like, he's 22, 14 out of like 22, and I was like 22 out of 24, and I didn't get promoted. Blizzard, man.
You have to lose. I think you have to lose. Because if you just win a lot, it doesn't matter. If you lose, it has enough to finish the computation to then figure out where you reside in league. That's why I don't believe any of that stuff. I mean, I would love to be Diamond. I would love to be, get Masters, but
Oh,
I mean, it takes a lot of work and it's just a lot of time, and it's not necessarily skill. Well, it is skill because when you play a lot, you're breathing and living the game. So.
okay, well, while we wait, what do you think is going to happen in this game?
I think Sisk is going to open. He's going to open with a gateway and a forge, and just do something that is definitely not standard in PvT.
Okay.
I don't know if he knows when to make certain things or when he needs to move on to get his eye on further ahead tech.
Oh, I see.
So it's going to depend if he, just makes a lot of cheap units to start and then pushes them a little bit later than the time in which they should be hitting, or he's going to go straight for a tier 2 or tier 3 unit without the supplemental defense of gateway units.
Okay. You think the Forge is because he's in bronze and he doesn't feel like safe enough without it?
Of course. I do believe that, lower league players, they think of the Forge not for upgrades, but just for cannons, and they think that cannons is their be-all, end-all of feeling safe, and it isn't. You can't tell cannons to move. They're great for detection. They're great because they hit both land and air, but they don't move, and it just keeps you turtled. And as a Protoss, you have very powerful units. You can put down a Nexus, move units around them, and defend quite well. I mean, you have a mothership core.
Yeah. That's true. The mothership core does help a lot now.
It's the biggest, and a lot of people say it's OP in certain ways. I think it's good. Oh, and we're good to go here. We're gonna go right into Heavy Rain, a 2-player map between a Protoss player representing 2 Groupon named Sisk and Twitter's Prodigcalson, a Terran player. Who do you think this map favors?
Protoss?
Because of all the jumps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can blink in from the right side, from, in front of the natural, and from behind the base.
There is a lot of airspace, good airspace for drops, and even it's extended long enough to where you could drop in a certain area where there is no vision.
Yeah.
And here we are, on the bottom position. We have that blue Terran player representing Team Twitter. His name is Prodigcalson.
And on the top left position, we have our red Groupon hero. His name is Sisk.
And we have oh, Sisk is having internet troubles. Embarrassment. TVP, primarily for Terran, is a Reaper opening. That's what I'm assuming I'm going to see out of our Terran player here. He's going to want to see what the Protoss is doing, and really, what is he going to be able to do with that information? Is he going to see a bunch of kind of like random lower league type things and think, oh wow, maybe I can just take the liberty of just macroing and doing whatever, or is he going to really deliver a nice early timing or a two base early mid game timing to just end it?
When I normally see things that don't make sense and I have one Reaper, I just decide to try to end it with Reapers. So if I was in his position, that's what I would be doing. And so Gateway going down, and he's doing the choke. And Barracks gonna go down. Let's see if this probe's gonna poke him. He's not gonna attack. And Prodigcalson really quick at attacking that probe. He doesn't want any shenanigans going down.
None at all. And getting that gas at the time in which a Reaper is probable.
Correct. And no forge yet for Sisk.
And no gases either.
Oh. Is he gonna go Gateway? Nexus?
Oh, there's a fight in the middle of the map, and it looks like, oh, Sis could keep fighting. He could win it. He's in it to win it. And bringing that SCV back to C.
Not right now. He needs shields, or else he would lose it.
Okay.
Now he could win it. And SCV's gonna go into the base. Sisk stopped. Maybe. Yeah, the Zealot's not gonna get there in time. When he sees no gas, what is he gonna do? Okay, he builds a Reaper. He knows that no gas means Reaper can do some kiting for days.
And now Sisk is getting his gas. His Cyber Core is coming down right now. Definitely going to be a little bit late on getting his Warp Gate if that's his intention.
That is correct. And the Reaper's going to come in and get at least 1 or 2 probe kills, I feel. That SCV runs away with 9 hit points.
What a hero SCV.
And Prodigcalson not sending his Reaper yet.
Now
there he goes. Another Zealot coming out. And more pylons for Sisk.
You know, typically with Protoss opening and PDT, they want to get out that first Stalker just so they can stop this harassment, because it's really hard to stop with Zealots. They can kite away from them forever, even though it's really hard to kill them.
Or even with the Mothership Core. Yeah, the Stalker's gonna come out, and the Reaper's not gonna. But he's just using it for info, and he's dropping down a command center. Or, well, building it in his base. And getting Marines. Stim's going down now. A factory. Another barracks coming.
Yeah,
gonna go.
Very standard for a Martaran player.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll probably get his other gas here in just a moment.
And Protoss Warp Gate research being researched.
Being started and chrono boosted.
Correct. But building pylons, there we go, he's building another gateway. And I don't know if he's gonna add a third gateway or not.
Is he locked out with it right there?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
No, because the Zealot's moving in. Yeah, he's not. And this Reaper's gonna just come in and scout. Just to see if he's gonna get attacked. He has a bunker at the bottom, so this shouldn't be that much of a problem.
No, not at all. And I really like this play with the Reaper, just poking in real quick, just seeing where he's at right now. But it looks like it's just just a one base aggression from our Protoss player. But taking his Nexus right now.
That's what it seems.
So we will see a macro game from both players, and factory down, second gas, and getting that starport from Medevacs. Gonna go bio this game. Not that mech is typical in TVP.
You can make it work.
You could mech it work. And now that the Widowmine buff is in, as far as I know, I haven't seen it or seen it used against Protoss yet, or the real effects.
Oh, the one that hits shields?
Yes, it takes 30. It takes 30 on shields and 30 off. Like it's added 30, so it's 60 instead of.
Oh, cool. So it's not just shields; it'll actually do some damage, but it won't one-shot the Zealot, right? Or will it?
It doesn't one-shot the Zealot.
Okay. It one-shots Banshees though, which is.
Maybe I'm wrong. I have to look. I'm a horrible, horrible caster for that reason. I should have just already looked at it and played the test map. The factory moving out to scout right now, as it has become useless in TVP.
You just need it to get the armory, so you can get your upgrades again. He only has 1 engineering bay, and researching +1 right now.
Yeah, our Terran player is being able to macro quite well, keeping his money very low, hitting great timings on his upgrades, and his expansion.
Okay.
And Protoss hasn't really revealed what his mid game or late game is yet with any sort of tech.
That is correct. Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna build. Twilight or Robo? He has a lot of gas. And he has a probe scouting around, which is gonna not see the Reaper. The Reaper's moving in again.
And the Reaper's really not going to see anything. It's going to see exactly what it saw when it left before, except with an expansion now. And he might be a little bit confused.
He's...
Ooh, the drop is loading up.
He's pulling the Barca move. And it's gonna be like right in his main base. And he doesn't have a mothership core.
So he won't be able to use Photon Overcharge to keep it away, or to help with the defense.
Oh, I see. He moved the Reaper up to the corner to check for pylons, just to see if this was viable or not.
And since army is, most of it's moving, well, his Stalkers are moving into the main, so that if he might be able to do some defense with this, but the drop is in.
And he's distracted with his factory. Oh, he's gonna go now. And I don't think this is a fight these Stalkers can take.
Not at all. I mean, these Stim Marines against Stalkers, it's sort of suicide. And Combat Shields has just finished and +1. This is a great timing. I've seen Solar JTO do this quite often to me. It's very strong, very hard to stop, but it looks like he...
Yeah, he might.
He might be able to...
And these Zealots do...
And deciding to pick up and getting out, but that was a very powerful. It didn't do much, really any economic damage except kill some pylons.
Yeah. And in the worker count, we have 52 for Prodigcalson and 39 for Sisk.
And with mules, that's even more terrible.
And he's adding 2 more gateways and a Robo. And I think he wants to go Colossus.
I think it's a little too late though. Our Terran player, his macro is gearing up to that point in the game where Terran just wants to keep shoving Marines down the throat of their opponent. A 2-2 is on the way, and he's getting vehicle ship weapons level 1.
Yeah, for Vikings.
Oh, okay. In anticipation for the robot.
Yeah, for the Colossus, so they can do slightly more. And take, I think, 2 less shots.
Our Terran player is going to come right in the natural here, taking out these 2 Zealots and moving right into the natural. There's nothing really here to stop it. Not a warp into scene just yet. No reaction. His army's busy killing that factory, and he loses all of his probes at the natural.
I think he's going to snipe the natural and then leave.
Will he? And he will. Losing 1 medevac in the process, definitely worth it. And
the second one.
Definitely going to continue these.
He's only attacking the medevacs, though.
I mean, these are very well upgraded Marines, and our Protoss player isn't equipped to handle this. We will see the GG in just a moment. Unless, of course... No, there's a Mothership Core coming out now, which is just a little too late, unfortunately.
And he's taking a 3rd while this is going down. And getting 3 more barracks.
And both of their money is actually going out of control at this moment. And with this much money, you should have, your supply should be, you should have pylons down for a 200 max army that, you're about to warp in or about to have. And
yeah.
Same thing with our Terran player should have enough supply depots now. And he's just going to camp out the natural and just wait till he feels comfortable enough to move up. We do have more gateways going down, however, I think it's a bad choice. He doesn't have enough money to support 6 gates off 1 base, and he really needs to figure out his... if he wants to break this and be able to get his natural back, he needs to get some AoE, either Colossus and or High Templar, yes.
And Terran's just gonna camp out. I think he's gonna move up.
I mean, his 2 attack is just finished, and he's ready. These Zealots don't have a...
Yeah, and these Zealots are just gonna funnel through the gateways, 1 by 1. And we're gonna see the GG soon. Oh, the Nexus cannon going down.
Yeah, just in time.
And getting kind of stuck between that pylon, but now he's gonna pick off this gateway and just hit everything within range.
And I do think that Photon Overcharge has been decreased by 15 seconds. We
Let's
should
see.
really look at this when this game
Yeah.
is over. We should just go look at
For
what the
60
patch was.
seconds, that deals 20 damage. So no, the patch has not gone through. That's like a whole minute of like 20 damage.
Of laser. A minute of
Yeah.
laser. Of free laser. It's free. It's energy. Are you kidding?
It's time laser.
And Prodigcalson has won this game number 3 in favor of our team Twitter. Let me just do round 3, team 2. So Twitter is up 2 in this best of 5 series. Groupon needs to win this next match, which will be another PVT on, was it Habitation? Yeah, it looks like Habitation Station. And we'll go ahead and look at the stats. So Exor is actually now ranked, and he's gold. We'll look at his stats here in a minute in the actual client. But he has a 100% win rate all time against Protoss. I think he played one game, and they're on Polar Night actually, and it's 0. He's never played on it as when I pulled these stats. But our Protoss player has a 60% win rate this season against Terran, 59% all time, and he has a legit 75% win rate on Polar Night. He's really comfortable with the map, and it's sort of scary.
Let's see. I got invited to the game.
Yeah.
He's been playing a lot. AHGL Kim has. In the last 2 days.
Or no, his HJ Kim is probably not HJ Kim. I meant Exor. I think is still unranked. I was talking about HJ Kim a minute ago.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, Exor's still not
ranked.
ranked. Maybe he has ladder anxiety, or they just probably don't have enough time.
They don't have enough time. They're very busy. I imagine at Groupon they work pretty long hours, and then social stuff.
Yeah.
This is something that fits into our lifestyle more, I believe. Like we dedicate a lot of our personal time to this.
Yeah.
This game.
Well, we don't have families, so.
Or girlfriends.
And I think we're set up.
And I have not made the mistake of leaving the graphics on while the game is playing.
That is correct.
I've been really good.
Config is good.
And here we go into this Game 4 on Polar Night between Groupon's Exor and Twitter's Scalding. A TVP on a 2-player map, which I love this map. I believe it puts in, some new options. There's that optional third location with the broken rocks in the back. It's an easy location to take. It's very easy to defend also, and that high grass as Terran allows you to build supply depots behind it, so if an army comes back there, they're just unable to walk back and they can't see or aim or target at those supply depots.
Oh, I never thought of that. That's good.
Yeah, it happened to me quite a few times when I tried to attack, and it was like, oh, you can't see them, and it was something that was really cool. It was a hidden, subtle thing. So, in the top position, we have that blue Protoss player representing Team Twinner. His name is Scalding.
And on the bottom right position, we have our Groupon hero. His name is Exor.
So another TVP. Exor has won games in AHGL. He is a macro Terran player. Doesn't do too much cheese. I don't think him and MilkNCheese have been practicing lately, so I don't think we're going to see any sort of proxy shenanigans. May see the Reaper opening. Would love to see the Reaper opening. And on this map, I think it's okay to put the buildings where they are right now, because I believe that you can hold your natural very easy with that size of a choke point.
Yeah.
So it's okay to have your buildings there, but don't put your buildings in this area more of the northwest of Exor's base, that cliff area. Well, there's actually like some arrow graphics there that light up.
They'll like indicate this is where you blink.
This is where you blink.
Do they light up?
I think
The
when they're
arrows?
highlighted, when something walks past them, we'll take a look.
Oh, cool. And gas gonna go down now, so probably gonna see a Reaper.
Which again is totally smart. If you keep it alive, you'll be able to know exactly what your Protoss player is doing the entire game. And you know, before Mothership Core, Protoss had a huge problem scouting in general. Like there was no way to really be able to go leave your base and look and see what they're doing, or kind of maybe do a pressure to test the waters without fear of just losing your base.
Yeah.
But now with the Mothership Core, they have that option now.
I remember having to send one zealot up the ramp and then looking really closely at what kills it to try to guess what they have. And that was really hard to do.
And it was probably really, it was very annoying and somewhat, because when you would lose sometimes, it's not because you played bad. It was because you couldn't scout. It was hard.
I couldn't react to what they were making because I didn't see. But now that the Mothership Core is here, all our problems are solved.
Totally. Scouts passing in the night by the ramp in front of.
Yeah, they do light up once something walks by.
Blink here.
Still gonna try to chase away this SCV. No, he's not. This SCV's just gonna ring around the Rosie.
And really only having one gas to afford getting his warp gate.
And Exer's gonna build a command center, and Scalding is gonna see that. Yeah, he is.
Will he harass?
Tell Matt, Mike, what map I play on. What?
I think Jung wants to know what map he plays on tomorrow, which he could just check the.
Yeah, check the Google Doc.
Yeah.
And this Marine's gonna shoot at this probe, and he's not gonna get it. Probe's gonna run away.
So both doing sort of similar openings. We're not seeing any. Whoa! Wait a minute. This probe is moving to the back. Did he put down a probe? No. Is this a 4-gate?
I don't.
He'd have to put down the gates now. And he's probing. No, he's getting the Mothership Core out. And he just put down his natural.
Yeah, he put down his Nexus.
So just a kind of safer, gateway cyber opening. And we're seeing basically the same thing from, our Terran player.
Another gateway going down. A sentry coming out so he can feel safe. And I think he needs 2 more gateways to defend anything. Oh, he just walked up the ramp and probably got shot at.
Yeah, he walked up the ramp, was able to take off 1 Marine, and 2 Marines popped out, and now we're also seeing Widow Mines being made, so we will be seeing that Widow Mine plus damage.
I don't think the patch went through though.
Oh, for real?
The Mothership Core, unless they didn't decrease the Mothership Core time.
Oh, what is it out right now?
I think
Yeah.
so.
What's
Yeah.
its vision?
Its vision is... Where do I see it? Let me mouse over. I don't...
It looks like
No.
it's still 14.
Where do I see the vision?
I don't know either. Doesn't look like that patch actually went through. So it still has 14 vision, which is a very large area, good for blink all ins, but that's definitely not what our Protoss player is doing. He's going for double forge right now. He went Cyber Gate Robo, a very safe opening. He's got to get that observer out. And honestly, the Exor hasn't moved his
Command center.
His command center. Yeah, this is kind of disturbing. He needs to hurry up and get that extra income because our Protoss player is starting to mine from it right now. And he's in a supply advantage, a very small one, but definitely a supply advantage.
And he's getting 2 forges at the back of his main.
Oh, this Widow Mine's gonna just... Never mind, it's good. And he's supply blocked right now, too.
I think he's gonna drop these Marines with a mine into his opponent's base.
I don't know if I've seen him do that before. That would be really good, and this is... our Protoss player is getting his +1 upgrades. He's moving into Colossus tech.
There we go. So he loaded up some units. And he's gonna fly away.
An Observer's going to go in right now and not see too much in the main. He may know that this is coming. No,
He's building a cannon in his main. but not one in his natural.
No, in his natural, there's no offensive units in this area. The Mothership Core, I mean, they could recall. He does have enough for a recall, but would that really be worth it? I mean, just to do Photon Overcharge.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have enough energy for both right now.
Ooh.
He would have to wait. And
The
this,
boost in and the drop.
but he's not going to drop into the natural. Or is he?
He should.
He's
He
probably
should.
not going to. It's going to drop into the main. Or like right on the Robo Bay. And this cannon's going to start shooting at stuff. And he might lose this medevac. If he
can
doesn't.
start micro in it. Needs to drop the stuff. Yeah, there you go. It's dropped. And our Protest player hasn't warped in anything or hasn't really been doing anything just yet. He's just going to focus on these buildings and pylons. He's bringing the sentries up, but really they're not going to do much. They're going to tickle him.
And he's gonna, the zealots are gonna come in, and
he should be able to kite away. Oh,
there we go.
Not.
And the medevac is gonna come out.
Might lose that medevac if he's not careful. It's very low health.
And he's
oh no.
probably gonna lose it.
Oh no.
Is he gonna lose it?
And
he
it's
lost
it. Oh no.
And his minerals are like way high for Scalding.
Way high. But I mean, yeah, Terran can just push right now, to be honest with you. I mean, there's no Colossus out yet.
Yep. And he's got like 4 Marauders queued up. This is really gonna go kill him mode right now.
Stim is finished.
He's not moving his command center yet.
And he's oversaturated his main. He's gonna mine out so quickly, and he's dropping mules right now too, which is... Yeah, his main's gonna mine out real quick. I mean, he really needs to get that natural up, and even he needs to put his 3rd down right now if he hasn't already, and he needs to just run in there. There's such a fragile
his
time right
observer's gonna see him moving his main, and he's gonna go up, and now he has the cannon, and more zealots being warped in. Here we go, the stim push. And a bunch of stuff is gonna die. And he's gotta move away from the range. He does. He just gotta wait for it.
He needs to move out. I don't know why he wants to go into the photon overcharge area. It's just gonna lose units easily, but he
can load up and like drop into his base.
That would probably be the best thing to do. And as well, the first Colossus is out. Is range done? Range is not finished yet. If he lifted up, he would be able to destroy that army. I'm pretty sure of it.
I think he would. More units being rallied over. He hasn't changed his SCV rally point to his natural just yet. He's gonna stim up, and the cannon's gonna hit him. And now this Colossus is just gonna shoot the laser.
Yeah, there's too many zealots now that will tank for him. So he needs to get his natural up. He needs to get his 3rd up. Transfer drone. We'll transfer SCVs to his 2nd, and he's getting more racks, and is he gonna start making Vikings? Yeah, he's getting that reactor core. Probably start making Vikings. Yes.
Yeah, he's making Vikings from one of his starports. He's still rallying to the middle of the map.
Skill-wise, I think this is a very close game. Both of them, showing the same type of skill level.
Yeah. And Protoss getting 8 gateways. And that's gonna be 8 zealots that he's gonna warp in, and now it's gonna move out.
Ooh.
And this is not a friendly move out.
Not at all.
And the next one's gonna get caught out of position over here.
He needs to just lift up and go in the main. He needs to lift up and go in the main.
He's not going to. He's just gonna be chased around.
Oh, no.
And they'll pylon at the back of the base.
Ooh.
Proxy pylon.
And what is it? Zealots. Just nothing but
just
zealots.
8 of them. And he's supply blocked too. And this Widow Mine's gonna see that. Oops. Scan. And no charge, but
Thermal Lance is done though, and without, he has to kite this, and as well as he needs more Vikings. He needs to get his Viking count a little bit up, but I don't think he'll be able to do it in such fast fashion that will have him win this game.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be GG. He's not gonna cancel his command center. And he doesn't have his other 2 barracks hotkeyed, so all his production's only from 2 barracks.
Oh no, that's probably...
And this Whittlemight, yeah, it doesn't do enough damage. This isn't TVZ, you can't kill all of his army with 1 mine, sadly. And the SCVs are gonna get pulled, and get stuck in this narrow choke.
And congratulations, Team Twitter, for taking this best-of-5 series between Team Groupon. And I don't think we'll be doing the ace match because we haven't been doing them lately. I remember when we started, people just wanted to do them for lulz, but we'll see. Round 4, Team 2. But yeah, there you have it. 3-1 in favor of Team Twitter. Just outperforming and having better game sense. We saw one game get played a few days ago, which was an awesome ZVP between Method Missin and Twitter Invictus. And Method Missin was able to hold off early gateway all-in pressure, but inevitably crumbled under the pressure. MilkNCheese showing a win for Team Groupon using his cheese against TwttrSurreal, which was trying to do a Blink Stalker all-in. Between Sisk and Prodigcalson, we saw Prodigcalson just out-macroing his opponent, understand the TVP matchup a lot more than Sisk, and XOR just being slower on a few different macro mechanics and not really putting in that death punch in those certain points in which, you know, Scalding didn't have anything. But definitely a very even matchup, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They were about the same level. I assume we won't be doing the ace match.
I assume also. Well, I thank you everyone for watching, a part of both players. I've been Menasor.
And I've been an immortal kid.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time on the After Hours Gaming League.